Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Rave Access video. This is going to be my opinion, my top choices of 2020. So I made sure to check and made sure to look. So everything in this video is going to be in 2020, whether it was on the JB side at one time or on the global side at one time, give or take. So everything is in 2020. I'm pretty certain of that. If there is anything that's not in 2020, that's my bad, but I'm pretty sure I looked at everything. So they either came out on the global side or the JB side in 2020. So let's get into it, shall we? Number 20 on my list, and this is my opinion, of course, this is not like, this is just my opinion. There's no, well, maybe if you want to consider this a fact, but I'm not apologizing, just gonna state 20 of my units I've chosen for 2020, top ones. Number 20 is actually going to be a free unit of Steadfast Soldier Machina, or Machina, whatever you want to call it. Reliable breaker. He has some reliable breaks that he can just use. He doesn't have to use anything else, just in his abilities. And he can also imbue and chain. I mean, that's really good. So as a free unit, getting in the top 20 of my list is quite good already. And yeah, moving on. Number 19 is going to be Renora. Renora is still very good, and I look forward to his New Vision Awakening hopefully in the future, but for now he's still good as a 7-star, easy double Mirage. If you need double Mirage, you're taking Renora along with you, no one else needs to come along. And also decent mitigation and also buffs, so decent character, decent unit, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Number 19, Renora. Number 18 is going to be Alphonse Elric. On the global side, of course, because I believe he came out a little earlier. Maybe he came out in 2020 on the JB side, but I'm pretty sure on the global side he did come out in 2020, and you could fit him on basically any team that you need a cover for or a provoker. And he has a lot of HP barriers, lots of things like that. Dual cast, which was pretty good at the time, that you can unlock dual cast and do a lot of other things, and a lot of mitigation like his limit burst. Of course, you always want to use his limit burst. And also good HP barriers. So 18 is going to be Alphonse Elric. Number 17 is going to be Riku from Final Fantasy X2, not the 4-star version, this is the 5-star version. She has good Mirage spam because she can break and also Mirage in the same turn. And also she can Thunder Imbue, very good. And also she can spam her LB Fill Rate buff. So that's quite a good breaker. She still was good for a long time, even months after. Even after Vaughn came out, people were still saying, "Hey, man, I'm just going to use Riku," and I was perfectly fine to do that. I'm looking forward to her New Vision Awakening a lot, and I hope that it comes out soon. Moving on to 16, Sakura and Ayaka on the global side, although I guess you could say on the JB side too. Both of them had their versions that were really good. I believe the JB side seemed like a little bit stronger, but the global side was tuned for that exact time period of when she came out, so not a bad unit. Has a lot of healing, has a lot of capabilities being a buffer. Very similar to, reminds me a lot of Pone, you know, in certain ways and things like that. So she has ways of healing, MP recovery, buffs, almost resistances, and also being able to chain, and also be useful in dark visions as a mage. So I did use her as that. So number 16 is Sakura and Ayaka on both sides. Next is going to be Angel, I don't want to say that word, Kuja. He just has a lot of power. He has a lot of power. I have always said that he was a prototype, not of the New Vision like shifting, but just how strong he was as a mage for the time period. In stream power, I'm still using him as a mage in dark vision on the JP side because of how strong he can be. And his New Vision Awakening comes out, it's going to be really scary. I don't know how strong he's going to be, but I assume he's going to be tuned up quite a bit. And he can be strong on any account because his team are gave True Duel, I believe. So it was quite good. You could use him, even if you were a new player and you got him, you were still going to be too good with things with him. So that was one of the best things about Kuja. So number 15, Kuja. Number 14 is Cleom. Unfortunately, the global side didn't get to experience Cleom because she didn't come out on the global side, but on the JB side, she did come out, and she can chain and also finish her own chain while also being able to imbue herself with 3 elements. She's not a selfish DPS unlike a lot of other DPS. She can also remove stop and charm and stuff like that. and things like that for her own team. She has a lot of buffs for her own team and things like that. So number 14 is going to be Cleo, yeah. Number 13, I know this is going to surprise some people. Remember, this is my list. So number 13 is Yoshikiri, and the reason for why he's high, but he's also low. In a way, because he's very niche. You're not really bringing him to everything, unlike a lot of other characters that'll be higher up on this list. So for Dark Visions, he's just like Mastermind Zahn. You want to bring him along and stuff like that. So he's niche, but he's very strong when he's applicable to be brought to that situation. Can't bring him to every situation, though, I'm pretty sure. So number 13, Yoshikiri. Number 12 is going to be Grimlold Sakura, New Vision Awakening. She's very useful as a mage, but she can also be, you know, she can do a lot of support things too, like imbues and a lot of other things that she could always do, but now she can do a lot better because now she has triple cast, what she did not have before, or it was not as easy before. It was not as easy to use her as before, as now. She's very easy to use now, so. Number 12 is going to be Grimlold Sakura. New Vision Awakening, not the 7-star form. Number 11, I know this is going to surprise some people, but everybody has to go somewhere, so Seeker Vaughn is going to be here. Mirage Breaker, people are still using him. I still use him on the JV side for Dark Visions a lot because of the Mirage that is needed. He has multiple roles, Dodge Provoker, Breaker. He can also be a finisher, although his finishing capabilities are not the best, but you can still use him in that situation if you need more damage. So number 11 is going to be Vaughn. Number 10 is going to be Riku from Kingdom Hearts 3, not the Kingdom Hearts 1 version, but Kingdom Hearts 3 version. Of course, as you can see from the sprite, he can be a DPS, but also be a breaker, and he is very capable of being a breaker, and also being able to be a good DPS on the side. And also, well, he can just be a main DPS too if you really want him to be. And also, he can triple cast Break Gauge, which is really good in situations like that, but Furion can do that too. So, number 10 is going to be Riku. Number 9 is going to be Locke. So I put all the breakers that I thought were the best are on the same situation because they are kind of neck and neck. They all do different things, but they all are really good in their specific category. So Locke, high breaks, 90% attack and magic break in his Limit Burst, fire, imbue, and peril in his Ray Shift form. He has the Break Gauge move, he has weapon imperils, and he has perfect dispel. I mean, what's not to like, right? So very good breaker into number 9 on Locke. Number 8 is going to be Ibarra. I almost said the other one, Ibarra. Ibarra can be used as a finisher and chainer. Most people know her as a finisher in her Brave Shift form, and she is very useful in Dark Visions and Trials alike. I think everybody on the planet that plays this game on the global side knows about Ibarra by now, so I made a very, very quick summary of her. Number 7 is going to be Terra, and I know, well, she's not that low on the list. She's pretty high. And it gets really tight after it got really tight after 9. It was starting to get really hard to squeeze people in. So number 7 is Terra. Not only is she the strongest magic finisher, and she probably will be for a very long time. Not only she can also support mages like Neovision Fistilis, for example, in the fight against Demon Chimera, which will be coming on the global side, I'm sure, very soon. So number 7 is Terra. Number 6 is going to be the duo units of Zahn, Yu, and Wing Long, and they are spirit based with high burst potential of having multiple imbues. Actually, no, they only had like 2 imbues, and one of them was not an imbue, if I remember correctly. Never mind. It's been a while since I've used them, but they could also be used in Dark Visions for magic as well. So that was always a really good thing to bring them along. I definitely brought them along because I didn't have a lot of mages on the global side for Dark Visions, so that was definitely good. So number 6, and it gets really tight from here, guys. Number 5 is Paladin Cecil. On the global side, he came out, of course. Very long lasting magic tank. He had a lot of things in his kit that made him just stand out from everybody else, even after Lucas came out, even after 7-star Noel came out. He still had a lot of value. He still lasted even longer after a lot of other magic tanks came out, so he was still extremely useful for a lot of things. LB fill rate, they could help fill the teams with counters and stuff like that, so it was very good. Amount of mitigations and buffs and whatnot. So number 5 is Paladin Cecil. And number 4 is going to be Pone or Poppy. Unfortunately, the global side will also not be able to experience her 7-star form when she came out. She just has she has everything you would ever want in a support. she has imbues, she has imperils, she has elemental buffs, she has mitigation, she has LB fill rate buffs, she has LB fill buffs, LB MP recovery, and also elemental resistance buffs. Just everything you could ever think of. She basically is almost like Yoshikiri, but she's just, I just feel like she's better than Yoshikiri in a lot of ways. So yeah, hopefully her New Vision Awakening comes out on the global side maybe. Number 3 is going to be Lastfall Neo Vision. I know it's really it's going to be really confusing because there's going to be several Lastfalls that will be coming out. So this is the one that can shift into a mage. He's a diverse DPS. He can be a Lillipurse chainer. He can be a chainer just as without Lillipurse, but his Lillipurse is stronger. And also he's a mage in his Brave Shift form, kind of like Ace if you've played the game and you know about the new Ace back then. He can be imbued with all elements, but he can also chain as a mage. He has permanent quad cast, by the way, in his Brave Shift form, and he just is useful for any Magic Dark Vision stage. He's really good. Chef kisses along all the way. So number 3, Lastfall Neo Vision, the mage one. Number 2 is going to be Savior of Souls Lightning. This is my term I'm making. So she's a magic provoker, quote unquote, because she has things that she can do. She can provoke damage, and she has an ability to give herself elemental resistances and things like that. She has a 90% spirit imperil. Whoops. Why did I put imperil? Whoops, I meant, well, I mean, it's still kind of correct, right? Spirit break. 90% spirit break on her Brave Shift form. And also, she's an LB chainer or a side chainer. You can do a lot of things with her, really. And she's actually going to be more relevant on the global side because of how Bolting Strike is more relevant with a lot of other units. So she has Bolting Strike, so she'll be really good with that. On the JB side, Bolting Strike is starting to become more hip and hoppin', but global side started at first. So number 2, and I mean, come on. I think we all know number 1 is, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves. So let's see what's number 1. Was there any doubt that this would be my number 1? Shoreline, Fina, and Daisy, of my top pick of 2020, of all units of the whole year. The pinnacle of magic tanking. She'll be useful for months and months and months to come, just like how Cecil was useful for months and months and months to come. And you want to know why I think that? Because Snow came out. He's a magic tank too, and I still use Shoreline. I didn't even pull for Snow because Shoreline, Fiend, and Daisy is still stronger than Snow in terms of being a magic tank. Yes, he's good for a lot of other things he can do, but I feel like Shoreline, Fiend, and Daisy is the number 1. And the only unit of 2020 that I ever even gave that 10 out of 10 for, you can quote me on that one, because I'm pretty sure if you go through all my reviews, you will not be finding a 10 out of 10 besides Fiend and Daisy. So that is my top picks of 2020. Let me know what you guys. Let me know what your guys' picks are, or at least some of them, if you want to type them in the comment section down below. If you watch all the way to the end of this video, make sure to give a like. Can we get 60 likes on this video? That'd be really great. It'd be really helpful. I was trying to get this video. I wanted to get this video out by 2020, but there was a lot of things going on, so it's close enough, guys. It's pretty close. It's only a day after, guys. So happy 2020, happy 2021, happy New Year, happy everything. And if you watch all the way to the end of this video, make sure to type in hashtag 2021. Hashtag 2021 will be the keyword for editing this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the very next one. Peace.